Reinsettle's going to share row 1 with them. Michael Samia, Jason Phillips. Great row 2. Eric Thaler, Robert Sanders, the previous winner after a week off. Row 3. Row 4, Landon Sprinkle, first time racing tonight. Nicholas Aslin, Michael Harris Jr., Travis Jones. Row 5, Sean Happick and Chris Taylor. Row 6. Everybody for showing up. 23 trucks will take the track, and they go down the long back stretch. We'll remind you once again, 16 of 22. We'll start to see the drop races show up next week. Dustin Reinsettle and Brandon Cotton are your top 2 in the point series. Ian Silva, Trevor McLaughlin, Eric Thaler, Robert Sanders, Justin Thaler, Michael Samia, the top 10, all separated after the first one by very few points each. We have a special guest joining Marty up in the flag stand.
You know how we're going to start this race, right? Boogity, boogity, boogity. When I wave the green flag, I want to hear boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. You with me? You with me? All right. Give me that green flag, starter.
I would say it's all in DW's hands now.
Come on.
I would say so, DW.
Let's go racing. All right. Hey, be nice. Be nice. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
And they've made their way around turn 1. Thank you, buddy. They're starting us off. Ian Silva, Dustin Reinsettle, Jason Phillips in the 8-8 on the outside. Michael Samia starts in on the inside down low. The very first time up front. A good start. We're going 3 wide as they lead off the first lap. Robert Sanders down the inside lane gets a big run with the purple wheels up to P4. Inside Jason Phillips and Ian Silva kept the nose off the Nicholas Aslin finally goes single file with newcomer Landon Sprinkle and Michael Harris Jr. right behind him as well. With Dustin Reinsettle off to an early lead. Ian Silva can shake Michael Samia off the tail a little bit. Do like the nose of Ian Silva's new car. Hopefully we'll get a better shot of that. Jason Phillips in the Richard Petty colors. The Petty blue number 88. As Sean Happick makes his return to Midwest Run. Happick, number 80, just in front of the 48. Chris Taylor with Michael Harris. Played inside Nicholas Aslin. Tires are fresh. We're looking lap 3. Although 10 for the first. Competition caution will come out at lap 10. Sorry, I got a little excited there when Michael Harris Jr. We're getting close together. Michael Samia. 96. Good to see you. Michael Samia Robert Sanders on the outside. Michael Samia number 3. Over half a second now. 7-8 truck length. Michael Samia looks inside. He's still in the 51. Almost swipes the rear tailgate off the left. No contact so far. These guys are working it. Known for his road racing prowess. And some of the super speedways, Chris Bailey gets into the wall. See how far these guys are making it back. Eric Taylor in the 15 had a pit lane start. Back here, as long as they don't go down out, they'll be able to catch up. I wanted to say new to the track. Adam Salvador, commentator and camera guy, broadcast producer for the Road Series on Tuesday nights. Had a great paint job on this 18 truck. Welcome to Davis Motorsports Truck Series. Get behind the scenes tonight. Justin Leinstedt now getting a challenge from Robert Sanders. Count caution, just a refresh and kind of get your mind right. They're still beating and banging. Still there and showing up with Jason Phillips. 88. Stay out of it. I have to waste no time making this play this morning.
The yellow flag is down.
Brandon Sprinkler and Michael Harrison is trying to get on. Michael Harrison, the 40 truck, is kind of caution is out. Once again, no points, but lots of action early here. Congrats to you, Dustin. Nice job on pulling out to a lead. My cameras went black. If yours did too, please. We're not going anywhere. Don't worry, we're still here. And we're back. Did a little Control-Alt-Delete to make sure that my audio is set right. Sorry if the audio issues were on our end. All right, let's reset, get back to it. I'm going to try, if I can, to get Michael Samia up here in the booth. Boy, I'll tell you what, Michael Samia was so close to cutting the nose off of his own truck. Hey, Michael, it's James in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man, you and the 51 truck, oh my gosh, not to mention with Robert Sanders in the 6 on the outside. That was close quarters, a little tight race in there before we even got to lap 10.
Yeah, it was a little fun. I enjoyed it. We was just saving some tire and see what we can do there, but just settling in.
Settling in. Well, if that's settling in, I can't wait to see what we're going to have the rest of this race here. Exciting race. Looks like you're choosing the inside and you're going to come out starting from the top. Does that mean you did not come into pit? Stayed out.
No, I stayed out. My teammate started from the pit, so I'm gonna hang out here with him for just a minute.
Right on. Well, you never leave your wing, man. That was what makes you a good teammate, Michael. Thanks for talking to me, man. I know you got one lap to get back to green, so I'll let you go. But just want to say thanks for making Midwest Motorsports awesome, man. It's very exciting up here in the booth. You well, fell off the edge of my seat.
Yes, sir. Everybody enjoy.
Have a great race, Michael. Thanks for joining me. Michael Samia, keeping everybody on their toes. I'll drop him back to where he came from. And hopefully we get some more of that before this race is over with. He was in this room, I believe. See you, Michael. Have a good race. All right, we're working the back stretch as Platinum Elite decides to stay out. They're going to be on a 10-lap off strategy. So we'll see what happens. Everybody else came in at lap 10. Dustin Reinstedel was your leader. So we'll keep an eye on the 11 as well. The trucks are making their way around. So we have some of the trucks turned off on our PC, but the stands are packed as we're going to get this race underway once again. Michael Samia in the 3 truck lets it rip. Robert Sanders in the 6 on the outside as well. 48 in the 88, working hard. Side by side with Nicholas Aslin, Jason Phillips. But up front, it's all Michael Samia, Trevor McLaughlin, Dustin Reinstedel looks on the inside. They fan out once again. Dustin Reinstedel down on that yellow line. Inside Trevor Mack. Serving a penalty, as Michael reminded us. There's the 51. 96, Travis Jones. 3 wide behind with Chris Thaler, Sean Happick, and Michael Ayers Jr. Then Justin Thaler working the high line in the 2 truck. Top 10 single file, Michael Harris and Colin Huffman. Look at the 52. Oh, as that's Chris Thaler dropping back. Sean Happick. Nope. See what happened. It was the 7 truck of Chris Thaler. Did they get together? Chris Taylor's the 7 truck on the outside. He in the 80. Jason Phillips slides up in the 88. The 80 is Sean Happick in his first race back. Chris Taylor, man, gets turned. Sean Happick keeps going. Is able to avoid any problem. Let's see if anybody hits Chris. Oh, Adam Sondag just barely. Oh, Chris is blinking there too. Bear with me. Here they come. Well, we can look at the seam there. See if Sean's coming up. There he is across the seam. He's inside. Started inside the seam. He's across the seam. Now his left side is all the way on the seam. Chris Taylor minding his own business. like bad wasabi, gets turned. High velocity racing almost sends Chris Thaler for a high velocity ride. You play it out, and so lucky. Oh, I don't know if anybody else hit him, but we're gonna go back racing here. As we're still yellow, Robert Sanders takes the pit, but Michael Samia comes in, but not Trevor Mack. Eric Thaler pits at lap 15. So I understand we're between 18 and 22 laps for a full fuel run. And Trevor Mack is going to start on the outside of the front row with Dustin Reinstedel, the control truck on the restart. Oh, your lights are back on the safety truck. That means we're going to stay yellow one more lap of pacing. Once again, sorry about the glitch there. Hopefully it's all better now. If anybody's in the chat, I'm finally pulling up my streaming. If you're in here, say hello. Good to see you. We are now streaming on YouTube, the new home of Midwest Motorsports. All right, I think we're going to go green this time by. Lights are out in the safety truck, and Michigan Speedway is our track today. Once again, the 51 truck, we are going to get a closer look at that paint. Little overcast now as Dustin Reinstedel in the 11. Trevor Mack wants to start there. Now they're in the restart zone, and Dustin lets it rip. As they go by, the sold out crowd today at Michigan. Little foggy. Making it through. Down the back stretch, Trevor Mack, Ian Silva, Travis Jones, Nicholas Aslan. So far, everybody's good. Kevin Mayer, the 77, working with Norm Snyder. Back here, Trevor Mack and Dustin Reinstedel right down on the apron. I'll figure out the camera sequence here shortly. The race for the lead is on. Dustin Reinstedel, Trevor McLaughlin. Remember, Trevor McLaughlin stayed out. So is he conserving fuel as he now goes inside? Dustin Reinstedel. Yep, the cameras are definitely different than they were with our other broadcast PC, but it's okay. We'll get there. Big upgrade for the Midwest Motorsports broadcast unit. And Trevor McLaughlin goes inside Dustin Reinstedel. We didn't miss that. Trevor McLaughlin's drag race down the back stretch. Into turn 3 and 4. Trevor McLaughlin in the Swedish Fish Ghost. Ooh, holds Dustin Reinstedel honest. Keeps him up a lane. But it's his right. Looking back from Trevor Mack into Dustin Reinsettle's grill. Side by side, I think that's Chris Thaler, who did some repairs, trying to stay on the lead lap. But Trevor McLaughlin holding Dustin Reinsettle for now. Riding with Dustin Reinsettle, looking up at Trevor Mack, the Michigan Speedway. Over some bumps, you can tell how bumpy it is here. Justin Thaler, he's moving up in the world as he now chases Ian Silva, your pole sitter in the 51. Michael Harris Jr. inside Justin Thaler. Justin Thaler in the 2 truck. Hey, Fallacy, I see you, bro. Or FACCX. Sorry, I'm not pronouncing your name right. Big Michael Samia fan. Michael Samia did a good job early in the race. Stayed out for the competition caution. Then we get a natural yellow, and now Michael Samia decided to stop then. So he's in traffic now, but at least he's on schedule with fuel and tires with everybody. So let's see what Michael Samia in the number 3 can do. Congested area, he's got Colin Huffman on the outside. Norm Snyder in the 28 right behind him. Michael Samia's got a fast truck, started on the front row. Sorry, he started 3rd. Slides up in front of Robert Sanders. Let's see if he can get around the 52 of Colin Huffman. Diving down to the bottom row. No change up front. Still Trevor Mack, Dustin Reinsettle, Nicholas Aslan. You haven't missed any of that. But this back here, Robert Sanders, Michael Samia, super fast. And Colin Huffman getting a chance to race with these guys, holding his own. Good on you, Colin. Your 52 truck. The chrome number plate looks good. Here's the race for the lead, still behind Chris Thaler in the 7. Trevor Mack maybe getting a little light on the nose now that he's in traffic. Is this what Dustin needs to get around Trevor? Dustin might be content knowing that Trevor Mack stayed out. Chris Thaler drops down. Is he going to let Trevor and Dustin go? Is at least going to kind of signal to him, attitude-wise, maybe? And he goes to the middle of the track. So Dustin Reinsettle takes advantage. Trevor Mack has to pit. He knows it. So there it is. Dustin Reinsettle takes back over. Your points leader is now the leader of the race on his own. Look at Justin Thaler go around the outside. Around the outside, like 2 Trailer Park Girls. Going around the outside, Justin Thaler gets around the 51. And we might get... It's really weird. I don't want to see Justin's left rear. I want to see the car under him. It's all good. I'm trying to get a look at Ian Silva's, the front of Ian Silva's truck. All good. We'll get their reports over. The teeth look awesome. Look menacing. I like the paint, Ian. Looks cool. Rear chase, maybe. There we go. The Predator vodka with the shark on the hood. Nice windshield visor decal as well. Justin Thaler's going around the outside. These guys are having a great race. See if Trevor McLaughlin, he did go a lap down. But that's going to hurt. You're watching the battle for fifth. And look at that. Michael Samia and Robert Sanders have worked their way up the field. Kevin Mayer in the 77 U.S. Army truck looking inside. Michael Samia tires at lap 15. Robert Sanders also tires at 15. These guys in front have 5 laps older tires, but once again, some of that is caution laps. Single file, single file, single file. Not going to let you miss anything if I can. Trevor Mack getting around Norm Snyder. James Olabison is next on Trevor Mack's list. He's going to feel like a king coming through the field. With new tires. Trevor McLaughlin got tires. Recently. Only a few laps ago. He's caught back up with Michael Samia and Robert Sanders. And those guys are 10th and 11th. So this guy's going to feel like a hero. You can see the pace that he has. He zooms by the 77. Now he's going to cut down to the apron. Almost down to the apron under Michael Samia. Get a slipstream from Robert Sanders. He's actually going to take the air off of his nose, but now he's got a clean cut. Inside Michael Ayers Jr. in the 40. And Trevor McLaughlin's doing his best to save a little bit on the tire, but he's got to go to get back on the lead lap before another caution comes, or hope that the green flag pit cycles come for everybody that stopped on lap 10. So we're at 20 laps later, which is 32. So I'm looking for green flag pit stops any lap now, any minute. Let's see if Dustin Reinstedel working around Chris Thaler. Your leader, Nicholas Aslin, P2. We haven't talked much about the 48 tonight. And the Lowe's paint. I saw a little bit of chrome there. You got the Finding Nemo helmet, at least on his driver info page. 7 is a lap truck now that Dustin Reinstedel's got around him. But Nicholas Aslin, former champ, trying his luck at Michigan tonight. He is caught up to Dustin Reinstedel. So we're 21 laps now since the last stop. Must have been doing some mega fuel save. Not to mention tires. These guys are still running 39-second laps. I'm sorry, 40.7 to a 39.6. So they've slowed down about 1 second a lap. Jason Phillips, Michael Samia still having one heck of a race back here. Whoa. We saw action in the pits. Seven truck, Chris Thaler. locking it up. Did he get some help from the 2 truck? Luckily, no more harm than that. I feel bad for Chris. Wrong place, wrong time. Right behind Landon Sprinkle. These guys finally make it back to their truck, to their pit stops. So we're back to live pictures now. Working lap 37. Any more pitters? Nicholas Aslan leading of everybody that pitted. But once again, Eric Thaler going long. He came in at 15, right? I believe. Yep. 15, 15, 15 for the top 3. Robert Sanders, Michael Samia. And that is the 88, Jason Phillips, getting a lap back from the leader, Eric Thaler. Michael Samia crosses the line from 3rd place. All these guys, Robert Sanders in 2nd. Up the road, everybody in between. A little bit of chaos right now with the green flag pit cycles. These guys are trying to get their lap back, the ones that have pitted. Watching Justin Thaler and Eric Thaler in the back of Eric's truck. Almost saw Justin pushing him. Eric Thaler's definitely off the pace, trying to find a way down to the pit lane. Robert Sanders finds his way. Eric Thaler, can he go one more lap? I sure hope so. Oh. Lee Kiernan in the 10. Starting in pit lane, I believe. I like the Davey Allison Abilene throwback. I believe that's Davey. Eric Thaler finally makes it down to pit lane. Nicholas Aslan is back to the front. Dustin Reinsettle second, right on his tail. Order is restored. And this is the race for the lead. Hard to turn away from Dustin Reinsettle and Nicholas Aslan. Dustin Reinsettle takes it on the inside to see if he slides up. Nice racing. Ian Silva in the 51, not far behind. Then Sean Appick in the 80, 4th place. Fastest lap of the race, 39.498 by Dustin Reinsettle. The 11 truck. Nicholas Aslan looking for a way around. Look at it, the safe light repair, safe light replace. Tailgate, Dustin Reinsettle. Does he make it? They go down the long back stretch, big 2 mile. Still fighting down on the apron. Nicholas Aslan making his truck as wide as he can. They come into turn 3. Now Nicholas finds a different seam to get some air on that nose. Meanwhile, Ian Silva right down on the yellow line. As we're watching from the spotter's view. Battle for 12th on back. Michael Samia, Robert Sanders, and Eric Thaler. So good for Eric. One second, trying to figure out how to get. Track map off. I'll have to come back to that. Some weather there. Still pretty overcast. No wind. 19 miles an hour wind, I guess. None. 97% humidity. Ian Silva looking at the inside of the 48. Nicholas Aslan decides not this lap. But filling up the mirrors on the 48 truck and letting them know I'm here. We're past the halfway point. Eric Thaler and Kevin Mayer having a good battle. Chris Taylor caught in the middle. The godfather of Midwest Motorsports, the 15, as his dad, the grandfather of Midwest Motorsports, in the 7 truck, and 2 more 7s, Kevin Mayer in the U.S. Army truck, right behind. So 3 7s surrounding the 15. I'd say that's a good sign for the 15. Trevor McLaughlin comes back into pit. Remember, he's 10 laps off sequence from everybody else. The battle for the lead continues to heat up. Sean Appick is hungry in his first race back. Dustin Reinstedt, Nicholas Aslan, Ian Silva, and Sean Appick. 4-way battle for the lead. In the front, you can see the seams now at the Roger Penske-owned Michigan Speedway. Ian Silva slides up in front of the 80. You saw what happened last time. The 80, I'd give him a little more quarter if I was on the track. But maybe that's why I'm in the booth and Ian Silva's down there racing. Ooh, great save. Sean Appick looks like he got a little loose there. Lost a little bit of ground. But side by side for the front, Nicholas Aslan and Dustin Reinstedt going at it. Still side by side for the lead. Ian Silva's got a front row seat. And we're coming up on lap traffic now. Ian Silva has moved up. Oh, third place. Still got the 48. Nicholas Aslan on his outside. There he is. Three-way battle for the lead. Continues coming up on Colin Huffman, who drops down to the yellow line. Let these guys go by. Thanks, Colin. We appreciate it. Colin Huffman comes into the pits anyway. These guys have been side by side for 20 laps. Everybody wants it. After fourth, almost 6 seconds back to Jason Phillips in fifth. Look at this three-way battle. These guys are not giving up. What a show. If you have not gotten into Midwest Motorsports trucks, what a great race you are missing tonight. These guys are having an amazing battle. Hard to take your eyes off. And Dustin Rassett will do it this lap. Hold Nicholas Aslan off one more time. And can Ian Silva take advantage of any battles going on here? All the while saving tires and fuel at the same time. Once again, Midwest Motorsports truck action. Signups are free and always open. Midwest-motorsports.com. We have Fridays, the Truck Series. Sundays, the Cup Series. Tuesdays is our Mixed Road Series, GT3s and GT4s. Next Gen races on Sunday. Craftsman trucks on Friday nights. And look at Ian Silva give Dustin Reinstedel a push, trying to get second place away from Nicholas Aslan. And Sean Appick push the 48 back in front of the 51. 51's got a great run through the middle. Let's see if Nick Aslan can keep that momentum up in the 48. As Ian Silva still holds third that lap by. 0.000 is what I see. Four-way battle for the lead. No contact. These guys, one heck of a race. So clean. You're looking at the top three riding from fourth place. The red and black Stay Flight, number 11, Dustin Reinstedel is your leader. Nicholas Aslan in the 48 Lows. And Ian Silva in the Predator White, number 51 here. Don Appick's trying to figure out how to get around. Jason Phillips decides to come into the pits now. Oh, Sean Appick's here on the outside, and we got 4 wide. Oh my goodness. Good on you, Sean, for backing out of that one. A lot of racing left. Oh my goodness, these guys still won't stop. Ian Silva up to the front. Okay, we got Dustin Reinstedel, Sean Appick coming into pit. All right, so let's see if the overcut will work. If other guys pitting, remember Jason Phillips. He's now going to come out of the pits about a lap down. Your leader is the 48 right now. Was he able to save more than one lap of fuel? Running the same speed as Dustin Reinstell. And the 11, nope, he's coming in, as well as the 51 of Ian Silva. Going to put Robert Sanders in the 6 truck when he gets around to it. Tells you what a lead those 4 have. As they go down the pit lane, Robert Sanders is going to take over the lead now for 58 of 84. Don't forget, Michael Samia is just 3 seconds back. Car right behind Michael is not for position. The 10 of Lee Kiernan. Oh no! Chris Taylor, number 7. Black flag, speeding in the pits. 77 and the 40 also coming out of the pits. Adam Sondag in the pits. As he's worked his way in, puts it in stop. See, jacks up the right side for some tires. See if he's taking the 4. Just the right sides for Adam. He does a good job of peeling out. Ian Silva has jumped Nicholas Aslan. Remember, those guys did an overcut 1 lap longer than Dustin and Sean Happick. Dustin Reinsettle is up the road, but Sean Happick is right with him. How did Dustin get such a big lead? 14.9 for his stop. 13.1 for Ian Silva. And Dustin Reinsettle is, refreshing 1.6 seconds up the road. So that's coming through the gears, getting up to speed, getting in your box, getting out of your box. Dustin Reinstettle's done it perfect all his life. Just ask him, he'll tell you. In a good way. But he's usually right. His pit time was 14.9. Came in 1 lap earlier than Sean Happick. He came in the same lap as Sean Happick. 1 lap before Ian Silva and Nicholas Aslan. Sean Happick is now 1.5 seconds back. So Dustin got 1.5 seconds on Sean Happick, and their pit times were the same. 14.9, 14.9. The race for second is on. Let's see if they work together and reel the 11 back in the 88, in the 80, tag on to the back of these two. And ride the coattails up to the 11. Yeah, a little push draft from Nicholas Aslan. Was 1.6, now it's 0.6. And you get up to Ian in the 51 and push him up one more time. Last time he did it on the front stretch. Riding with the 48, looking up at 51 of Ian Silva. Shortest distance around the track, all the way down to the apron. Not quite close enough to bump draft, but they are catching. Maybe Dustin Reinstedel trying a little fuel save. Lost 1.2 seconds in the last 3 laps while we were riding on the nose, the front valence of the 48. 80 has caught back up as well. Trevor Mack takes another stop. $20 to go. Trevor Mack can make it from here. Uh-oh. If he can get on the right strategy, is Trevor McLaughlin going to make this work after starting in pit lane? I really like this strategy. Trevor McLaughlin. I'm coming back. Bear with me. Half a second. All right. Thank you. Control-Alt-Delete works every time, doesn't it? Big shout out to Josh Watt, our resident Google. Discord and OBS both crashed. But, you know, the good news is we're back. We didn't miss too much, but Nicholas Aslan is in front of Dustin Reinstedel. Look at the 48 go. In front of Landon Sprinkle now. Right behind Landon Sprinkle. And the 80 truck once by Dustin Reinstedel in the 11. Can they make it? Sean Happick. Ian Silva's right there as well. Dustin Reinstedel, Sean Happick, and Ian Silva come in. Nicholas Aslan stays out with 11 to go. There goes Trevor Mack and Jason Phillips by to get their laps. But Nicholas Aslan, this is the money lap for you. Can he get a good out lap and a good end lap as well? Don't forget, Dustin Reinstedel was leading in the pits. Let's see where he comes out. Nicholas Aslan working his way through turn 3. 11 laps is all they need, and they're on their way out of the pits. There goes the 80. Oh my goodness. Nicholas Aslan hanging on to it. Dustin Reinstedel stayed in the pits much longer than Sean Happick and Ian Silva. You saw those guys come out. Maybe the crew chief has over-engineered Dustin Reinstedel. Or did Dustin take tires? 14.6 for Dustin Reinstedel with only 10 laps to go now. And Nicholas Aslan finally comes in for his final stop. 14.7 again. And Sean Happick 7.4. Ian Silva 10.2. So those guys took no tires or 2 tires. Sean Happick's trying to be a hero down the back stretch. What is Nick Aslan going to do? Is he going to take tires? 12.5 for his pit time on his way out. Where is Sean Happick? Where is Ian Silva? Nick Aslan is in front of them as he comes up to speed. Where are they? I don't see them. They're not even in the picture. Can Nicholas Aslan do it for 9 more laps? Eric Thaler should be good, though. Let's not take the hats to victory lane yet. Robert Sanders, 60 to 84. It's going to be a huge fuel save if Robert Sanders can do it. Eric Thaler, well, let's look. Robert Sanders now getting unlapped. You can tell he's doing fuel save. Michael Samia is unlapping himself. He's getting a slipstream from the 13 of Adam Sondag. Nicholas Aslan, and then 2.8 seconds back, but Eric Thaler 5 seconds in front of Nicholas Aslan. So Eric Thaler, the sleeper, all race, we have not been noticing his fuel save. Timing it just right. This is why he's the godfather. Eric Thaler in the 15 with 7 to go, all the way up against the wall. Michael Harris follows him behind into the wall. Just a brush. Just saying hello to a friendly, safer wall. Not the first time, as Eric Thaler has he done it. 4.5, 5.3. The gap is staying the same to Nicholas Aslan. It's all Eric Thaler right now. He goes under the spotter stand into turn 1. Down the back stretch, Nicholas Aslan 5.1 seconds back with 5 laps to go. It's going to have to be an incredible hero drive for anybody to catch Eric Thaler. He stopped at 62. You're getting 22 laps of tank. He's golden. I'm not taking the hats to victory lane. I know I say that often. He is looking good as he's cutting in and out around Norm Snyder. The rolling chicanes will not stop the 15 of Eric Thaler from bringing it home. Still 5.3 seconds back to the next closest truck. That's what I'm talking about, Eric. Putting the Midwest Motorsports colors in victory lane. Let's go. 4 laps to go. Eric's pit crew has let him down more than once this season. Whether it's filling him up too short, giving him too much, not enough, holding him, dropping him off the jacks. Eric has made pit lane mistakes before. Currently 5th in the points. Can he right the wrongs? As the season is winding down with only 5 races after this one. He won at the Milwaukee Mile. He won at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A second at the road course of Watkins Glen. Three to go. Nicholas Aslan has dropped off. Ian Silva and Dustin Reinsettle have both passed Nicholas. Those tires are coming. Dustin Reinsettle 3 seconds back. Almost 4 seconds back from Eric Thaler. So let's see. Dustin Reinsettle is on the hunt. I was criticizing him for the long pit stop. He took tires. 2 laps and 3.3 seconds to the leader. He's not going to catch him. Eric Thaler's coming to the white. The 15 truck, Midwest Motorsports style. Let's go. I'm so excited. Dustin Reinsettle's back there somewhere. I think it's the 4th truck in line. 3.3 as Eric Thaler takes the white flag, and we are on the final lap. Can't catch him. Eric Thaler, the man of the hour, coming up on the 23 truck. I'm sure he's just going to let him go. Tyler Short, the Cookie Monster. It only takes one to count. Eric Thaler, the winner by a long shot, 1.8 seconds at the end of the day. Eric Thaler is your winner. Dustin Reinsettle comes across the line second. And Ian Silva brings it home third. But the man of the hour, Eric Thaler, 3rd victory of the season. And I'm sure he's smiling from ear to ear in that cockpit. Everybody's coming up to give him a high five. John Apic waving at him. Ian Silva giving him a thumbs up. But Eric Thaler is your winner. The 15 truck Dustin Reinstedel, Ian Silva, P3. Congrats to all the Midwest Motorsports racers that showed up tonight. What a great race. Thank you to everybody for tuning in and watching. We'll see if we can get some interviews going on now. Sorry if I'm a little distracted. We get this sorted out, looking for the truck drivers. We're going to have Ian Silva and Dustin Reinstedt will join us as soon as Ian comes into the truck chatter. John Appick with a great race comes out fourth. Nicholas Aslan brings it home fifth. Jason Phillips finishes sixth. Trevor McLaughlin seventh. Justin Thaler eighth. Not a bad show for old JT. Kevin Mayer finishes ninth. Michael Samia with the top 10 run. Not bad. Maybe might have chosen a different strategy. The pit off cycle, stay out. And the comp caution, James Olavison 11th. Robert Sanders having a great run. Ends up 12th tonight. Norm Snyder 13th. Michael Ayers Jr. 14th. Lee Kiernan 15th. Landon Sprinkle from the Road Series crosses over to P16. 17th, Ron Schaumer. 18th, Colin Huffman. Dan Gish, Tyler Short, Adam Sondag, Chris Thaler, and Travis Jones round out the field. After an incredible race, Ian Silva brings it home in third place. Ian, it's James. First of all, how was your race? And I do want to say you get a great mention with the change of the paints there. Nice work.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, it was a good race. It was pretty intense with Dustin, Nick, Sean, and myself there for what felt like 2/3 of the race. You know, it was I thought at any minute it was going to go pear shaped and someone was going to end up in the wall. But I was running a different line through 3 and 4 compared to everyone else. And at the start of the race, I wasn't sure if it was going to be beneficial to me because I didn't really do a great deal of testing on tyres and things like that. But I seemed to sort of gain a couple of tenths through 3 and 4 and then lose it through the rest of the lap. So it was a hard fought third place, that's for sure.
I tell you, you had me biting my nails up here. I don't know if you were paying attention, but all four of you guys, you could throw a blanket over between you, the 48, the 80, and the 11. I mean, you guys were putting on one heck of a show for pretty much the whole race. Even if you went off strategy on the pit cycles, one over, one under, you still came back together. And here we go again, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was so intense. It was really nerve wracking. But I thought we raced so clean, which is a testament to Midwest, and of course you can race hard with all the guys around, and me obviously being in Australia, my pings are a little bit higher than everyone else, so I've always got to be a little bit mindful. I can't get too close to the cars in front. The last thing I want to do is spoil someone's race, from net code or something like that. So yeah, but to be side by side with Dustin and Nick and Sean for great chunks of that race and to keep it clean, it's great racing, and I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Well, it sure was exciting. I sure enjoyed it. I hope you get to watch it back. It was exciting. I'm sure it'll be exciting again, even though you're in it. I wanted to ask, your last stop, 10.2 seconds on your stop. Did you take 2, or was that fuel only with 10 to go?
No, I took 2. I figured with whatever it was, with 10 laps to go, I sort of thought 4 tires just might be too much, wasting sort of 5-6 extra seconds in the pit box. So I thought I'd take 2, and it was a little bit slippery for the first few laps, and I thought, I think I've made a mistake here. Especially I was watching the mirrors, and I don't know what Dustin did, but he was catching up at a rate of knots, and I thought, I think I've stuffed up here. But once the tires had warmed up and I sort of got into the groove, I sort of managed to hold speed. So it was great. It's just disappointing I didn't finish second. Just obviously Eric went off strategy, and I don't think I saw him the entire race. So well done to him. And hopefully I can repeat it again next weekend.
I hope so too, man. It's race 16 of 22, so we're winding the season down. Stick around. You can let Dustin tell you exactly how many he took. I know how many he took.
I will do.
Let's see if we can ask him. Dustin, it's James. You got us?
I got you.
Man, Dustin, first of all, let's talk about the beginning of the race. You checked out a little bit for the comp caution, and then you were able to reassume the lead after Trevor and the 3 pitted after that caution especially. And then again with Ian and Nicholas, you guys could throw a blanket over all 4 of you. What was it like from your seat?
That was super fun. I'm usually a hater of the trucks at tracks like this just because you can never break the draft. But it was really fun and had a good time. I did take 4 there at the end just because I knew I had just a little bit of a gap on the guys pitting behind me. So I figured that by the time that they rolled out of their box that it shouldn't hurt me too bad. And I don't know, I used to take rights all the time. And, sometimes some tracks it works out, some tracks it doesn't. And I really just didn't. I have no idea what it would have done here. So more power to those guys for taking 2 or not taking any, and it's still working out for them. I just played the safe game. I knew I had the most laps led and had a 0x in the bank, so I just tried to make up as many positions as possible with tires after I knew I couldn't get Eric.
Safe. I didn't mean to walk over you there, but I don't know if you can call it playing safe. I mean, with only 10 laps to go, just like Ian said, I wrote you off. I said, Dustin Reinstedel, 4 seconds behind the 51 and the 80. He must have taken more tires, but there's only 10 laps left, but 9 by the time you go by. I wrote you off, but you had to hit the traffic just right and keep your foot on the floor. So good on you for cranking those last 10 laps out and making it all the way back up to second.
Yeah, it was a really good race. Hate to see the 6 ran out of gas on the last lap. I was trying everything I could to try to get to him and try to pass him, but I really didn't think it would end up being that close after Eric cut a stop off. I told him with like probably 30 to go, I'm like, hey, if there's not a caution, I don't think anybody can beat you. So it was nice to at least be able to see him, a couple trucks in front of me by the time the race was over with. So it wasn't too big of a difference. But just enough. So congrats to Eric. Good strategy.
I think at the line it was 3.6. Incredible. Great racing, Dustin. Thanks for putting on the show for us. Sorry I didn't have the stream on you. I had it on Ian the whole time because I was so focused. But we'll switch over to the godfather of Midwest Motorsports in the winter. Eric, you crept up on me, man, the sleeper. And before you know it, I look at your last pit lap and it's 62. I'm like, wait a minute. He doesn't have another stop to go. And after that, man, I'm jumping up and down over here, Eric, bringing the Midwest Motorsports colors to victory lane. Man, did you have the math out beforehand? Did you get help? Be honest. Do you have somebody over at Penske on the line where you can just call and help him sort you out?
No, man. I'll be honest. I surprised myself here. I wasn't so much expecting the victory, but I was pitting there. The last caution we had, I was kind of hemming and hawing about going in and grabbing some fuel. I was about mid-pack, I guess, at that point. And, I said, what the heck? I went in there and grabbed some. And I did save a little, on that long green flag stint, that first one we had. And I think that helped me, with that last getting it down to one stop at the end. And I didn't have to save any fuel from there. So it was go. But, as Dustin alluded to, I did take 2 tires there at the last stop. And, to be honest, if I didn't, I don't know if I would have been in the same situation. Those guys were far in front of me when they pit. So, with the cycle turning and if I would have taken 4, I don't know if I would have, been still in the lead there or not. But, I'm happy that I drew the card today and, stuck it out here in victory lane. So, I'm pretty proud of myself, I guess.
Heck yeah. You should be. You should be. This is your 3rd win of the season. Milwaukee and Indianapolis, 2 very hard tracks to win at. Michigan Speedway, does it suit your driving style? I mean, you've done some fuel saving before. So, I'm not too surprised to see. I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but maybe I was still a little rusty off after an off week. But yeah, does Michigan suit some fuel saving? You said you saved on the first, then also the second.
Yeah, it definitely fuel saving. It fits me there. I don't mind fuel saving at all. It's been kind of a guessing game lately. Some of the tracks we've gone to where I used to save in the past, but wouldn't nowadays for some reason. But I guess today just the cards aligned and I think what really helped was was taking the fuel with that last caution. That helped me get a little bit more of an edge and advantage to take the to start to save fuel and make it 2 stops from there. But I do enjoy fuel strategy races. It kind of gets you thinking in the middle of the race a little bit. But I definitely enjoy that style. As well as the New Hampshires and whatnot, the kind of low bank turns. But those are 2 that kind of fit the mold of my driving style, I guess you could say.
All right. Well, I hear what I hear. I just interpreted that into saying that Worldwide Technology Raceway is next, Gateway, and 1.25 miles low banking. So pay attention, truckers. You're going to have to deal with the number 15 next week. Congrats on a great race. Winner, winner.
Yeah. Thanks, James. Thanks. Appreciate it, man.
Awesome. That's Eric Taylor, your race winner, Cedar Hill, Tennessee. And that's going to take us out of the broadcast. Don't forget, thanks to everybody for joining us on YouTube, the new home of Midwest Motorsports. Give us a like and a follow on your way out. Some of the best racing I've seen in a while. There's some comments that we're getting on YouTube. So thanks again to everybody for chiming in. For the Midwest Motorsports admins that make this league happen, I'm James J. reminding you, stay in your lane.
And I approve of this message.